I've been tweeting a little bit crazy, but just sort of been walking, putting the head down for a little bit, and just wanted to helps me to do some of my brainstorm. This is my therapy sessions where I can just share some of the ideas. Whoa, why am I like all out of? Feels like that's like out of sorts there. Yeah, probably time to shave might be one of those things. All right, so what do we got going on here? Let's pull up the otter window here. So yeah, I want to talk about a couple of different things that have been top of mind. Boom, do we got it here? Boom, let's get my face out of here. Boom. I don't know what just brought that up there. It's a new thing. All right, cool. We got that running in the background. So a couple of things I'm excited about newly in the world right now that I wanted to talk about. First of all, my new hot thing, Rally.io found. It's a creator coin, and this is interesting. There's about 56 people who've created coins on there right now. They can be gifted if they can be gifted, like for people who contribute to a particular audience, they can actually be purchased. So it is a real market with some cryptocurrency. But what I like about it is you have an immediate attachment to the people that you start to invest in their coins and start to take a look at them. So I invested in everybody who's on Twitter. I'm not a Twitch guy, so I don't know exactly what's going on in the Twitch world, but everybody who was sharing about their Twitter accounts, I invested in their coin. Some $10, some $50, whatever it is, just to start to mess around with that. It's Rally.io, and also applied for a coin for myself. Now, what's interesting is it's probably a real good way to be able to measure the value that people are actually creating out there in the world. I mean, it's not a great way to do it, but it's better than any other way to really determine what value is happening out there and to be able to build some relationships around that. I'm still very hot on Yak and asynchronous meetings. Asynchronous meetings as opposed to live meetings, asynchronous audio meetings. It's the speed that something can happen, and the speed that you can connect with people when you're doing the asynchronous. And the other thing, from a book perspective, I don't know if I've got it here. I've got it here. So, I'm reading 2 books right now, but Art of Impossible by Stephen Kotler, a peak performance primer. It's a systemic way, if-then statement for being able to create impossible results, and breaks it down into a couple of different sections. But there's a couple. What's interesting, I've read through this thing about 3 or 4 times right now and talked about it multiple different times in recordings. That's how I start locking in some of the learning. But basically, it's a systemic way for being able to create real results out there in the world, which is super, super interesting. So I'm looking at my education, my personal education, my kids' education through the lens, and there's an interesting unlock in there about curiosities, creating a list of curiosities. Because if you want to be able to create impossible results, and how the book defines impossible results, there's 2 different types of impossible results. There's lowercase impossible, which are things that I have never done before, or you have never done before. And then there's uppercase impossible, which are things that haven't been done before. So the thesis is you do a whole bunch of lowercase I impossible things. Now you have the opportunity to start to get into some of those uppercase I impossible things. But really what starts with is the intersection of your curiosities, taking a look at the things that you're curious about and how do those things start to intersect. Now, what's been interesting where I've been focusing a lot of my attention is in connecting people and the intersections of the strengths of individual people and individual businesses and individual different ideas. So it's been a lot of focus on connecting people and doing some of the multiplier effects with that. Also want to talk about Clubhouse. I know I got on Clubhouse, came in hot in November. Wound up thinking that the ROI is not there for me personally. Going in and sitting inside of live, I'm allergic to listening to something and feeling held hostage inside of a conversation. I know there's some brilliant conversations in there, but it is every time I go into it, you don't know exactly what you're getting into. And I think Tiago Forte said it brilliantly. He says Clubhouse is for people who think podcasts are too high productivity, too focused. And Somebody knocking? I think not. So I'm not bashing it. I'm just not on there. I guess I am kind of bashing it. Not on there specifically. I know it's very hot right now, but not on there specifically. So excited about Twitter, excited about rally.io, excited about the art of impossible, and also excited about Yak for ways to be able to communicate. So I guess I'll leave this one here. This was just a get back at it sort of thing. I haven't done a live in such a long time. This is just a getting back at it. I haven't been doing anything for a while, so just wanted to get on here and rant for a little bit. But if anybody's interested in the art of impossible, if you're reading the book, or if you're actually interested in execution and implementation around the book, love to have a conversation. Best way to get a hold of me, yak.com/Justin F, or you can DM me. If you're seeing this on Facebook, I try not to get to Facebook too much. It's a little bit, I can't get in and out of Facebook, but on LinkedIn, direct messengers, or hit me up on yak.com, Justin F. I think we can really do some interesting work with interesting work. Twitter, right? It's probably going on Twitter too. Yeah, Twitter DMs as well. Interesting work around implementing the art of impossible. Okay, something bad happened. I'm out of here.